Hi, this is Kyle from APS, and I'm here to show you how to size sailing dry suit seals, neck and wrist properly by either stretching them or by cutting them so that you get the correct and comfortable fit. First, the materials we're dealing with wrist and neck seals that are sizable. We have latex natural rubber seals. They are thin, they're comfortable when they're sized to your neck or your wrist, but you do have to be careful. They can tear, so just be gentle with them. The other type of seal is a neoprene seal. It has a smooth skin neoprene on the inside of the seal, both the neck and the wrist, and that's what seals against your skin. And on the outside, it's faced with nylon, and that makes it very durable. So choices for sizing, as I mentioned, we've got stretching and we've got cutting. When would you want to do that? Well, what size are the seals? With neoprene, you'll find that they are sized specifically to the suit. Get a small suit, you've got small seals. Get a large suit, large seals. So right off the rack, they're pretty close. So stretching is a very common thing to do when you need to resize, and occasionally you may have to trim either the neck seal to open it or the wrist seal. Latex, same thing here. These are available, they're size specific to the suit, extra small all through the way through extra large. Large suit, large seals, right off the rack, it's pretty close. You may have to stretch it a little bit, or you may have to, if you have to really change the size, cut the seal and open the diameter up. Now with wrist seals with latex, there's two different types. This is the tapered style, and it has cut lines just like a neck seal does. These only come in two sizes, small and large. So if you get a medium suit, you might have small seals on it, and it's just physically too small. You may have to move straight to removing a few rings and opening the size of this up. Now, the most common latex seal is this one. It's not tapered. This part here lies flat against the skin. It doesn't have cut marks. They come in 5 sizes, extra small all the way up to extra large, so they're going to be appropriately sized to the suit that suit size you get. So it's common that right off the rack these fit, and if they don't, then doing some stretching would help, but cutting's not an option. So I'm going to take you through how to cut and stretch seals. Okay, the first step to sizing something, if it's just a little bit more than moderately tight on your neck, it's just slightly uncomfortable, not really tight, you can start with stretching. It's just a minor modification to the size of the seal. If it's really tight, you're going to need to move on to cutting. You don't want to overstretch a seal to get the proper fit. So first thing I need to know is, how big is my neck? What am I trying to get this to? So I just take anything like this, and I just mark it, and I know that's the circumference of my neck. And at home, you would want to now find a cylinder that's the same size or just slightly larger in circumference. Here at APS, we use this old cone that we've marked, and so if I reproduce this and I slide it down, I'm looking at this 9 here. The 9 doesn't mean anything, it just tells me where I'm trying to pull the seal to. So all I'm going to do is take this suit, and I'm just going to open that, pull this down to about the 9, and I'm going to leave it here for 12 hours. I'm not going to do anything else to it, and I'm going to come back, take it off 12 hours later. I'm going to put it on, leave it on at least for a minute, and see, is that the comfort level I want? I like to only stretch them once. You can do it twice. You don't want to do it too much. You don't want to weaken the material by overstretching it. This can also be accomplished with neoprene seals. So with this suit, if it was just moderately tight, I can take this neoprene and I can pull this down to the 9, and I can leave it there. For wrist seals, same thing. We don't use the cone, but we just use whatever we have lying around. It's because of the seals that normally come with the suits, the latex, we don't have to stretch these very often. So when you do a soup can, whatever, you can use the rope trick to determine the circumference, and then just go around the house until you find something that you can just slide into the wrist seal for 12 hours and try it on again. Okay, if you determine that you need to actually cut rings out of a neck seal or occasionally a wrist seal to open the diameter so you end up with just moderate pressure, you're going to do it one ring at a time. Don't overcut. And remember, these seals can stretch out over time with use. So keeping them a little bit on the tight moderate side instead of the loose moderate side is a good idea. With neoprene seals, both on the neck and the wrist, you'll see the cut lines here. You're going to cut these with really sharp, heavy-duty shears, and you're going to work your way around the neoprene one smooth ring at a time. Unlike latex, with this nylon facing, these really resist any tear, so if you have a little bit of a jag in your cut line, it's probably not going to cause any problems. Like when you stretch it, the seal's not going to just split. So neoprene's pretty robust in terms of dry suit seals. Latex, with these, we are going to have to be careful not to cut and leave any jags when we take the rings out, because when you stretch this, it'll basically just tear. So I'm going to show you on this replacement seal. I've turned it inside out, and that's where you can see the rings the most. And you're going to make your cut, because these rings are thicker than the rest of the seal, you'll make your cut above the ring, not below the ring. So once you've cut above the ring, the thicker part, now becomes the new edge of the seal, and that further resists any sort of tears. So how do we do this? Well, not with scissors, because we just can't maintain a steady cut line. We bring back our cone, and I'm not going to cut on a brand new suit. I'm going to cut with this replacement seal. I've got it inside out. It doesn't really matter exactly where you put it on this. I've got a brand new, very sharp razor. So I've determined I'm going to take, because this one's super tight, I'm going to take 2 rings off. So I'm going to go to the second ring here. I'm going to start right above it, and I'm just going to work my way slowly and carefully all the way around this and peel that off. Once I've done that, I would take the seal, the suit, put it back on, wear it for a minute, and make sure that I'm comfortable with the amount of pressure. If it's still too tight, move on to the next ring, and just keep repeating this until you get to a comfortable fit. For this and more informational videos on dry suit care, visit us at the APS Advisor at apsltd.com.